Howdy, and welcome back to my series of ramblings about whatever movies or shows I just saw this year. Long time a coming, it would have been Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and subsequently the Knuckles miniseries, which also got announced and released. I don't even remember if it was earlier this year or last year, and I fucking missed it. Oh well, I finally did. I got around to finally watching it, so here are my thoughts. The positives? Visually, it still looks pretty good. I mean, it's pretty much on par with the movies. The CGI looks... Knuckles did not look bad in any shot I could think of. And the humor is decent. It's not going to win everybody over. Or it's not... It doesn't always land. The bond that Wade and Knuckles form is... yeah, believable enough. And overall, that's about the most... I mean, so the chemistry is all right. And it went to places I did not expect. It's certainly got a what the fuck factor going on. Oddly enough, the theme of bowling is invoked. Did not expect that. And as for the negatives, despite the show being about Knuckles, that's only really true for the first episodes. I feel like the first and the second are more Knuckles focused, but then it's more the Wade Wimple family drama after show base. It's a bit of a soap opera. I mean, if you've seen it before, for those who forgot, Wade is the the deputy sheriff who works under Tom Wachowski, the sheriff who befriends Sonic into two live action movies we've seen so far. Again, I'll get to Sonic 3, don't worry. And it's basically about that guy now forming a bond with Knuckles. Kind of. I mean, they already know each other, so it's not quite like that. But yeah, this is more of a side story. I don't think, or at least I hope it's not too vital to understanding Sonic 3. And again, going back to the more negative sides, I said Knuckles isn't really the focus after episodes. Well, I suppose after episode 3. It's more about Wade. Knuckles still is in it, but it's not really his show anymore, if you get what I mean. Though, to the showrunner's credit, at least he gets to have the final hero shot when he fights that... Our antagonist of the show is apparently a former co-worker of Dr. Robotnik, whose name we never know, and those two agents of the Gun organization, which we got introduced to in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Overall, they're just of the more disposable villain kind. But either way, Knuckles still gets to pretty much beat them both. Beat the two agents and that one guy who's then in this giant robot. So yeah, it's not a diamond in the rough, if you will, if you get what I mean. Not a disaster either, but I hope it's not a sign of things to come down the line. So far, I like the two movies a bit more, though. This is still a decent side story. 7.5 out of 10, I suppose. And if you're wondering, this would also mark the first appearance of my Henshin Ninja Arashi customization, though... Oh dear. Alright. Kind of picked him A because I finished him today, and B, well, he's red and white. Can't go. Gotta be somewhere in the mood, even fit the theme. Even though he's also bird themed, and we also learned that the owls, ironically, are an echidna's biggest enemy in this universe, anyway. So, yeah. Moving on to Sonic the Hedgehog 3. And we're back for Sonic the Hedgehog free, as I just finished watching it. Overall, a decent action comedy. Pretty much on the same level of quality to the previous two others. So, good job there. Didn't miss a beat. Is it as... do I like it more than the previous two entries? Movie-wise, not counting the Knuckles series? I'd say it's pretty much on the same level. Right. I also give this one a 7.5 out of 10. It's definitely a bit more focused on on the title or characters. Wade is in this one only and only has one scene in this one, so good job there, I guess. The introduction of Shadow was pretty neat. All right, I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but he's not 100% a villain. That's about it. All I'll give away. Jim Carrey as Robotnik, and a certain other character of the same name. Still give the best performance in the whole movie. Tom and Maddie are in this one less, though they're still good enough for the role they're given. Overall, it's a pretty fast-paced entry. And pretty much from the first scene, holy crap, pretty much whisk on lightning speed with its names, with the character of the title. Any negatives? The dialogues and the humor are not quite on par with the previous two entries. I just didn't like it as much. But it's not the most atrocious thing ever, so that's a plus. I mean, Lord knows I've heard worse. And still, it still has more or less the same style as the previous entries, so it's not completely unrecognizable. So overall, yes, it was worth watching. Best movie of 2024? Not sure. I think I'd still give that one to Godzilla Kong the New Empire. But, that's just me. And compared to the Knuckles series, a minor improvement, but again, they're pretty much, I rate them pretty much the same. 7.5 out of 10. So, that's pretty much it for today.